Fans failed to spot fake World Cup moments. Why? Because memories can be hacked. This modern challenge uncovers a dark secret. The 1950 World Cup final was rigged using psychological manipulation. Historical records show players were subjected to pre-game hypnosis and subliminal messaging. The manipulation was so effective that even the players believed they played fairly. Eyewitness accounts from the time describe strange behaviors on the field. Newly declassified documents confirm a coordinated mind control operation. The goal was to ensure a specific outcome for political propaganda. This revelation challenges everything we thought we knew about sports history. The psychological techniques used were decades ahead of their time. Understanding this phenomenon is crucial to recognizing modern manipulation. The story begins with a simple question. How much of our memory is real? In the 1940s, a secret government program experimented with mind control on athletes. The program was code-named Project Mind's Eye. Researchers used a combination of sleep deprivation, sensory deprivation, and suggestion. They discovered that athletes under stress were highly susceptible to post-hypnotic suggestions. The 1950 World Cup was chosen as the ultimate test. Players from one team were unknowingly subjected to weeks of conditioning. They were given lucky charms that actually contained subliminal triggers. During the final match, these triggers activated, altering their perception and decision-making. The opposing team was also subtly influenced to be more aggressive, leading to penalties. The final score was exactly as predicted by the experimenters. After the match, players reported feeling out of body or in a trance. The experiment was deemed a success and classified for decades. In the 1940s, a secret government program began experimenting with mind control on athletes. It was codenamed Project Mind's Eye. Researchers used sleep deprivation, sensory deprivation, and constant suggestion. They wanted to break the will. They discovered that athletes under extreme stress were highly susceptible to post-hypnotic suggestions. The mind becomes vulnerable. The 1950 World Cup was chosen as the ultimate test, a global stage for a hidden experiment. Players from one team were unknowingly subjected to weeks of conditioning. They had no idea their minds were being altered. They were given lucky charms that actually contained subliminal triggers, a simple object that controlled their actions. During the final match, these triggers activated. Perception and decision-making were altered without their knowledge. The opposing team was also subtly influenced to be more aggressive. This led to penalties that changed the game. The final score was exactly as predicted by the experimenters, a perfect outcome for their psychological warfare. After the match, players reported feeling out of body or in a trance. They couldn't explain their own actions. The experiment was deemed a success and classified for decades. The truth remained hidden from the world. Project Mind's Eye proved that sports could be a testing ground for mass manipulation. The implications were terrifying. This original experiment laid the groundwork for modern psychological operations. Its legacy continues today. By the way, if you like this discussion, don't forget to subscribe. There are many more interesting topics coming up. Lightbulb. The birth of psychological warfare in sports was a secret that changed history, and we are still feeling its effects. Your brain's prefrontal cortex is the CEO of your mind. It makes decisions and tests reality. But under stress, this CEO takes a coffee break. When fatigue sets in, your critical thinking goes offline. You become a puppet waiting for strings. The 1950 experimenters knew this well. Subliminal messages are whispers your conscious mind never hears. They slide past your defenses and land directly in your emotional core. The limbic system is the brain's emotional playground. Subliminal cues activate it without your permission. You feel something, but you don't know why. The amygdala processes fear and excitement in milliseconds. It triggers fight or flight before you even think. This is the shortcut to your soul. Post-hypnotic suggestions are like software installed in your brain. They lie dormant until the right password unlocks them. A simple trigger activates the program. Anchoring is a technique that links a trigger to a behavior, a color, a word, A flag. In 1950, a flag became a remote control for players' minds. When players saw that flag, their brains followed pre-programmed instructions. They moved, passed, and shot without conscious thought. It was like watching robots play. Modern advertising uses the same trick. Jingles and logos anchor emotions to products. You feel happy when you see a golden arch, without knowing why. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to rewire itself. These patterns can be etched in just days. Once formed, they become mental ruts that are hard to escape. Breaking these patterns requires conscious effort. It's like trying to stop a river with your hands. The 1950 players never knew they were programmed. But there is hope. Understanding these mechanics is the first step to protection. Your brain can learn to spot the strings before they are pulled. The 1950 experiment was a dark masterpiece of manipulation, but it also revealed the blueprint for defense. Knowledge is the antidote to mind control. Every time you question a sudden urge or emotion, you strengthen your mental armor. The more you practice, the harder you are to trick. Your mind is a fortress. The 1950 experiment showed how it can be breached. But now you know the secret. The walls can be rebuilt, stronger than before. The dark arts perfected in 1950 didn't vanish. They evolved, spreading into politics, marketing, and your daily life. Political campaigns now use micro-targeting. They build psychological profiles to send personalized subliminal messages. Facial recognition and eye tracking detect your emotional state. Then, tailored ads trigger your deepest desires. Governments run psychological operations, or psyops. They shape public opinion without you ever knowing. In sports, neurolinguistic programming enhances performance, but it also manipulates athletes into throwing matches. Esports players face similar conditioning. They are subtly programmed to make critical mistakes at key moments. The 1950 experiment set a dangerous precedent. Sports became a testing ground for mass manipulation techniques. Today, deepfakes and AI-generated content create false memories on a global scale. Reality is now malleable. The line between truth and illusion blurs faster than ever. We are all potential targets of these ancient mind games. How do we defend ourselves? The answer begins with understanding the mechanics and staying vigilant. Awareness is your first shield. Knowing manipulation exists makes you far less susceptible to its influence. Critical thinking and fact-checking break the spell of false narratives. Question everything, especially emotions. Mindfulness meditation strengthens your prefrontal cortex. It improves your ability to test reality under stress. By understanding the past, we reclaim our minds. The 1950 warning lights the path to a future of true autonomy. The greatest weapon against mind control is not a shield. It is simple awareness. Knowing the game exists changes everything. In the 1950 experiment, players who knew about hypnosis were far less affected. Knowledge truly is power. Critical thinking acts like a mental vaccine. It helps you question every piece of information before accepting it. Fact-checking breaks the spell of false narratives. When you verify sources, you reclaim your reality. Mindfulness meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain that tests reality. Taking breaks from media reduces cognitive load. A tired mind is a vulnerable mind. Learn the techniques of anchoring and priming. Recognize when a trigger is being planted in your mind. Question your emotions and impulses. Ask yourself, is this feeling truly mine? Or was it planted? Community is a powerful defense. Discuss what you see with others. Manipulation thrives in isolation. Education in schools could create a generation of resistant minds. Teach these concepts early. The 1950 experiment is a warning, but it also shows that awareness can break the spell. You can reclaim your autonomy. Choose consciously what to believe. Do not let others decide for you. Simple practices like journaling can reveal hidden influences. Write down your thoughts and trace their origins. The past holds lessons in resilience. Those who knew the tricks were not fooled. You can be the same. By understanding these ancient mind games, we build a future where our minds are truly our own. Hi everyone! Quick reminder. Subscribe for high-quality daily content. Sparkle's tomorrow's video will reveal this secret. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Shushing face.